The Picture on the Wall by Diamond Nicole. I was holding Bullet's tail while Mother Dear and I looked at the picture hanging on the wall. The photographs have been there for as long as I could remember. Some showed airborne rangers standing proudly in uniform. Some showed him beside airplanes. Others showed him floating through the clouds beneath a parachute. As a curious young woman, I often found myself staring at those photographs. Each one seemed to tell a story. Each one seemed to hold a secret. Every night I would stop and study the picture of Airborne Ranger, jumping from an airplane. I wondered how anyone could step out of a perfectly good aircraft thousands of feet above the earth. I wondered what courage looked like. Most of all, I wondered how he was still alive. Mother Dear would stand beside me and smile. Then she would pray. She prayed for soldiers. She prayed for veterans. She prayed for families waiting for loved ones to return home. She prayed for those who came back. She prayed for those who would never. She prayed for those who never would. Years later, I finally understood. One gray morning, a giant C-17 aircraft landed. Families gathered on the carrier deck. Children waved flags. Mothers wiped tears from their eyes. Fathers stood silently. Everyone waited. Then Airborne Ranger appeared. The crowd erupted into cheers. Friends called his name. Children ran towards him. Families waved signs. But Airborne Ranger did not run. He walked slowly. Each step seemed to carry the weight of memory. Then he stopped. The cheering faded. He reached into his pocket. The crowd grew quiet. His eyes filled with tears. Slowly, he pulled out 3 dog tags. One by one, he approached 3 waiting families. 3 families whose sons had not made it home. Gently, he placed the dog tag into each family's hands. No speech was given. No words were needed. The mothers held the dog tags against their hearts. The fathers lowered their heads. Brothers and sisters embraced. children watched quietly. The entire deck fell silent. Then Airborne Ranger did something no one expected. He bent down, lower, then even lower, and lower still, finally until his face was only inches from the ground, from the deck. Then he kissed the ground. A gasp moved through the crowd. Tears flowed freely. People cheered. People cried. Many did both at the same time. Families began hugging one another. The families whose sons had returned embraced the families whose sons had not. For a brief moment, everyone became one family. The wind moved across the deck. Flags waved overhead. The giant aircraft stood silently behind him. Airborne Ranger slowly rose to his feet and looked towards the sky. No words were spoken. None were needed. As the crowd continued cheering, the scene slowly faded away. The carrier disappeared. The ocean vanished into the distance. A new image emerged. New images emerged. High above the earth, Airborne Ranger drifted through the sky beneath open parachutes. The mission continued. The sacrifice continued. The story continued. And somewhere beyond the horizon, another chapter was waiting to be told. And this is the end of chapter 1. The story is to be continued. Diamond Nicole.